Welcome to another episode of the Evan.
Um, it's a cold morning that's turning into sunny and warm morning, um, depending on wherever you are. Um, I know that could be evening or something, and my guess is it's we already getting ready to count votes in Ghana. So, yeah, welcome to today's episode of the Evan. Um, as usual, let's go ahead and share the feed and we get going with today's episode. So let's do this. So I mean, as you might be aware, every first 1 or 2 minutes is used for sharing. So let's get this done. Okay, so when you come on, please let us know that you're online, and then we can, as usual, get you um, to join the feed. So let's get going. Okay, now today we going to touch on one of those topics that people tend to overlook, right? So what? Why is it that prison? So why is it that couples always assume the man will divest?
Maybe because of the age gap sometimes in the marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in
Even
the
though we don't go as we came.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So in the past, men were marrying younger women,
Women, yeah.
like sometimes 10 years, sometimes more, right? So it is fine to assume that even with that, it's not a good assumption because like you said, it's not like we in a particular filing or order,
Hmm.
right? But why do women think that men should always, I mean, their husbands, people they claim they love, should be the ones dying first?
Okay, it could not be maybe according to statistics. I think that
Hmm.
when it comes to the life
Life expectancy.
expectancy,
Okay.
maybe the women stay longer than the men, and there are a lot more
Okay.
widows than maybe widowers.
Okay.
So, based off that, then it's an assumption that okay,
Okay.
um, then it's more likely that a man might leave earlier
Okay.
than a woman. I think that is just it.
So based on the statistics you mentioned and all, it is justified for a woman to think that the husband should die
I don't
first.
think a woman would want the husband to die first,
Oh,
but I think it's just
oh, so okay.
because I don't think anyone who is
Between
in love with their husband wants their husband to leave
save me all
them.
of that. The women or the wives who are also counting down for their husbands to die first are also in love, or those ones are not in love.
No, there are some people who genuinely want their husband to go first because they are suffering in their marriage.
No, but who is forcing you? If you are
Yeah.
suffering in marriage, get out.
Yeah, so the person probably doesn't have a way out because if for the person, why would I even want my husband to die if I can easily work out? Maybe they are tied by something or they are in
They are what?
a bondage, sort of. Maybe the man will not allow them to. If you know some men, if the woman works out, they will still look for the woman and do something horrible to them. So they are probably enslaved in a marriage.
Okay, so so that one is a justified reason to hope that your husband will die first.
Or with some people, they believe that people go to prophets and all that praying, asking them to pray that their spouses leave because their spouses are so wicked. So they
Asking
believe
them to
that,
pray their spouses do what?
like, they die early because they believe that their spouses are so wicked, they are so as bad as the devil, or like more like more than the devil. So,
No, but
and they don't believe in
okay.
divorce. I think some people have some religious whatever that they don't you don't have to divorce, but the
Every
worst you
every
can do is to
every
pray that the man or the woman dies so that you be free. I think that's the mindset of some people. So
yes, so yes, if you are pro marriage, you believe in marriage being an institution that God Himself established, ideally you will not be interested in divorce, correct? Now, so if that is the case, why would you rather be interested in murder in your mind,
that's
trying
the
to
crazy
kill
part.
your husband instead of allowing your husband to go scot-free?
Yeah,
What's the
that's a crazy part because it would be better to separate, but people, sometimes even during divorce, somebody comes to ask their spouse that I want a divorce, and the next time the person is gone. Like, the spouse who doesn't want the divorce has murdered the person. I think that sometimes they feel they've spent too much, they've wasted so much of their time. Where are
okay?
they going to start and all that? So if I can't have you, no one else can have you. I think those sort of mindset is
Okay.
what makes people want to rather have the person gone than live separately.
Okay. So I think this will be a very difficult call to make, right? But I think if you are in a marriage and you are at a point where you wishing your spouse dies, it's it's godlier to go your way.
Hmm.
It's because I don't see how you would be in the same house with someone you wish dead. So this is sort of coming in as a side issue, but if your relationship has degraded to that point, I think that um it's it's an easier evil to divorce, in quotes. I mean, it's better to go your way so that you guys can all live a more fulfilled life
I think if we
individually. Than
society and we take away the society, we take away people's religious beliefs, people can easily work out easily.
no, but
But I think that it is also because of that sort of stigma they feel that would. So you see, things are not working. One person wants them to separate, but
okay.
because of society,
Mhm.
the other person is like, when you separate, you put me to shame, you do this, you do that. So they want to do everything humanly possible for it to work, but it is not
Okay.
working
Yeah.
because it can only work when both of the parties are willing to make it work.
Correct.
But
Correct.
so that is the issue. I think that's some of the issue.
Yeah, so this is a rather sensitive one. I mean, it's derailed us a bit from the topic we're discussing, but again, if someone is pushing you to the point where either you feel you have to kill the person, or you wish the person dead, or you are pushed to a point where you feel you should take your own life, I think that is a point where you have to call it quits. I don't support divorce. I don't pro marriage. I wish that everyone would have all the full blessings that come with marriage as God purposed it. But if you get into the point where you either feeling suicidal because of what is happening in the marriage or your spouse, or you feel tempted to take your spouse's life, I mean, please call it quits. Because I don't think anyone can necessarily survive a spouse wanting to take them out. because that's the closest person to you, right? There is no way you can survive. It's as easy as you coming home ready to eat and being treated as a rat. You get your rat poison, right? So um it is it is a rather critical issue. Don't die before your time because you locked up or you enslaved in some marriage, right? Okay, now let's come back. Okay, so Prissy, putting aside all those corner cases like special situations, right? Why do because even with spouses that are about the same age, for some reason the women feel like the man should die first. Where from that thing?
I don't think, maybe it is in your mind.
No,
I don't think the women feel that the man
no, that's
die
what I
first.
had a discussion with someone, okay, and the person was like very open about it, like and didn't feel like she was saying, and that was a woman. She was saying anything wrong. Said, "Oh, but yes, but the man should die first."
I think it's like I say, it's what they've seen, that most men die and leave their women. So it's been imprinted in their mind that okay, that's a trend. Men go, but I feel that anybody can go first. So it's, for me, I don't think
Correct.
it's.
So yes, generally anybody can a newborn baby can die before the parents, and no one wishes for that, right? But um, we shouldn't be at a point where we um have those lingering thoughts, right? It's and most times people will not really voice it out, but think about it. Think about this. Most women get angry when their husbands buy property and don't put their names on it, which I think is fundamentally wrong, though. And don't put their names on it because they ask the question, assuming you are not there tomorrow, don't you think your family will fight with me? Now tell me, if the thought is not about the man dying early and leaving it, why is that commonplace?
Maybe in the society we find ourselves, a lot of men die without making a will, and then we see the trend of the family coming in.
Do
So
okay.
the woman is only trying to protect herself. It is not because he wants the man
Protect
dead.
why? How do you protect yourself if there is no fear of danger ahead?
That, so why do people take life insurance and all that?
So my question is, why are men not necessarily thoughtful about that, like, or think in that direction and go like, oh, but what if you die, the family will come and chase? Why is it always the women who need
Women
the
don't
protection?
usually, like in
Yeah.
our part of the world,
Okay.
women usually do not possess. It's just recently that because women are also working, they are able to start making properties. But in the past, it
Mm-hmm.
was more like the men who work to start. So the woman would take care of the home and the man would go and make the money to get the property.
Awesome.
Yeah.
In the example I gave about people or like women being concerned about their spouses not putting their names on properties they acquire, it is not
I think it's
something.
just a recent thing.
No,
Because it didn't used to be like that in the past. The
that was
women were not on the men's property. It
no,
didn't used to be like
exactly,
that.
exactly. So you actually corroborating what I'm saying. So it is actually now it's something that, because of course you have an educated woman, you have an educated man, knows they can actually be part of the property ownership, blah blah blah. Now you see that you said in the past women were not really into property ownership, blah blah blah, right? Now, so today's generation, that comes back to my question. In today's generation, why are the women who are most times also working well to do, like trying to also make something, some income, why are they constantly out about, hey, if you don't add me to the property tomorrow, if you are not there, the family will fight with me over it? Why is the woman assuming that tomorrow the man will not be there?
No, I don't think it's because of like assuming the man. So
Okay.
recently I was even watching an ad about
Okay.
men.
Okay.
They were interviewing them and they asked them,
Okay.
how much do you want your wife to contribute towards the home?
Okay.
And they were all like 50-50, 50-50,
Okay.
50-50. It means that today's man
Yeah.
wants a woman to contribute equally as a woman to contribute equally as they do. In the
Okay.
past, for those we call the conserved people,
Yeah.
they don't mind providing 100%. So it means that today's woman is contributing like 50%, almost 50% of towards the home. So
Correct.
whatever they are expecting, that whatever they acquire in the marriage will also be 50-50.
I perfectly understand
So
you.
it is not about
So yes,
expecting the man to.
today's no, today's woman is expected to help contribute to the upkeep of the home, blah blah blah, also works and so on and so forth, right?
Mhm.
Now, how is it that today's woman is not also willing to be the one to die first?
But who wants to die first? Who in the world wants to
So
be the one dying?
so
So
no.
so
Usually
maybe you don't.
when it
But
comes to men,
do the men wish that they go first?
no,
No.
no, the men don't have a problem with dying first. They
No,
don't.
the woman too doesn't want the man to die first.
No,
But they also don't want to die first
no.
either.
So the men don't have a problem with dying first, but the women want to ensure that it's the man that dies first.
No, I don't think so. No. The fact that I
Have
don't
you
want to die first doesn't mean that I want you to die first. It is
when
not.
the
It is
when
not
there can
usually.
no when there
No.
could be
So
only one person out of the two
no.
dying first.
What if
Hold
I
on,
want both
hold
of
on.
us to go at the same time?
There could be only one out of the two
No.
dying first.
But you don't choose.
Can I finish? Can I finish? There could be only one out of the two dying first, and you are saying that you don't want to be the one dying first. What does it imply?
If I am saying that I don't want to die first, it doesn't mean that you should die first.
What are you saying? There are two people, only two people that make up.
No, but I don't see. I've never heard anyone tell the spouse that I don't want to die first.
That is what I'm saying. So it's an unspoken reality.
No, maybe it's in your mind.
No.
It's in your
And I'm telling you, for example, this is someone I spoke to.
Yeah, so maybe
I
it's
could
not one
actually
person.
no. Hold on.
And
Hold on. It's and this is not based on just that sample space.
mhm.
It is commonplace. Hold on. Even if the man is older, okay, there shouldn't be a reason why the woman thinks because of that age gap, the man is going to die first. And so, if you are making plans for posterity, if you're trying to create a trust and all, you should go into it with an equal, I was going to say opportunity to die, or equal tendency or equal
Right.
chances of,
Yeah,
any of you going first.
chances, yeah.
So my question is, even with those marriages that have those big age gaps, why on earth is the woman always thinking and planning and talking about tomorrow if you are not there, tomorrow if you are not there? It never happens that
Man,
you would hear a man say tomorrow if you are not there.
because usually when I've never really heard of maybe a woman
Mm-hmm,
having a property
mm-hmm.
in like a marriage, and then the woman's family coming to fight the man over it.
Oh,
You've
never heard about
I
that?
haven't heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I usually see, even
you don't hear much. Okay.
even when the man is alive, usually even when the man is alive,
Okay.
the man's family still comes in often. They don't even wait for the man to die. They even come in to come and fight the wife, even when the man is alive. So that is what makes the women sometimes want to feel like
So
you are even alive, and look at what I am facing. So
okay.
I want to protect myself just in case anything happens. But
Okay.
hardly will maybe the woman's family come in to come and fight the man while the lady is even alive.
Oh, okay. So it's all about the fact that I need to grasp whatever property.
It's not like they are
is to-
grasping. I'm working for it. It's not like I'm grasping it. We are probably working for the property.
Okay.
So I want to
So
be sure that I am protecting myself. And then
Okay.
sometimes those who do that, the women who do that, they have seen something. They probably have
I know
encountered. They started seeing it while the man is alive.
I know of and this is pure truth. I know of a number of women who have properties that their husbands don't know about. Now, if we actually want to put everything on the same scale, is that not as good as someone's family taking it off?
Yeah, if it's bad
Exactly.
for you to be in a marriage and have a
And
treasure somewhere that your spouse doesn't know about.
this
Yeah.
is commonplace, especially in this day and age where there is nothing like
So let's some of the issues that come up.
Mhm.
I am with a man.
Okay.
The man has side chick.
Mhm.
It's rare that women will have side, like most women will have
In this
on the
day and
side.
age,
The women are, it is there, but it's not a common place
it is.
like men. Men
It-
is sometimes it's even open. Everybody knows that the man has another woman somewhere.
Again, that stems from, I mean, culture and everything, how people are usually, how the society usually perceives such things, right? But it is just as women nowadays are acquiring a lot of property without letting their husbands know.
Yes.
In the same way, it's commonplace to have women have side boys or whatever without their husbands knowing.
So I'm trying to make a point here.
Yes, but make a point with the reality.
So I know that my spouse has somebody else
Correct.
on the side, right?
Okay.
My spouse has it's probably I have contributed. Maybe when we started, I was contributing towards my spouse.
Given.
And things are working out. Then
Mhm.
I find out all of a sudden that the man is also starting something.
So you wish
with
the man
someone
dies?
else. No, not like the death.
Okay.
The man has also started. So
Okay.
now, instead of growing, like doing things together,
Okay.
like I said, the woman is trying to protect themselves, because usually for a woman that trusts the husband like
Yeah.
completely, will not
Yeah.
want to do something on the side
Okay.
without the husband knowing. So sometimes it stems from what their husband is doing in the
Okay.
marriage. So if
Okay.
a woman will not wake up one day and decide that I am going to start something on the side and not let my husband know. It is
Yeah.
probably because of what they are going through in the marriage.
Okay.
Maybe the man she has supported, they've gotten to a point where she feels that she needs to now enjoy her fruit of her labor. Then suddenly she sees that the man has gone to add a side chicken. So now I'll start planning for myself.
Quick question. Just in relation to what you're talking about. Quick question. Do you think men also at a point in their marriages have an experience that pushes them out of the relationship, or you think men by default just enjoy doing that?
So it is a two-sided thing.
Okay.
There are some men
Yeah.
who, no matter what you do for them,
Okay.
cut your head on the table, do everything,
Right.
they will still go out.
Okay.
And then there are some men that are pushed out.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So so so you
it's
would
two sides.
agree, yeah, exactly. You would agree with me that just as the woman can decide that, hey, from today onwards, I am trying to do my own thing because of what I'm seeing, just as would have that situation, the man could also end up in a similar situation just because of the experience given.
Yes.
So let that inform whatever you're saying. You can continue.
Yes. So I am saying that
Yeah.
sometimes that is why the woman, because it might not have been something that they started in the beginning.
Okay.
In the beginning, they were both channeling their energies to making things work together for them.
Correct.
And then you realize that one person is being selfish, going out to rather enjoy
Correct.
what you two are building together.
Absolutely.
So maybe I talk to you, you don't hear, you don't. I now start thinking about myself, because at the end of the day, I don't want to get to a point where I'll rather feel it. I'll put in my energy into you, and then at the end of the day, somebody else is the one coming to enjoy. So I'm trying to be smart and thinking about my future.
Okay.
It is not right,
Okay.
but sometimes desperate
Times calls
for desperate
desperate
measures.
measures.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is why some people decide that, okay, I've had enough. Let me also concentrate on my. And I've seen people who have like selflessly
Okay.
contributed towards like the man's progress,
Okay.
and
The man's progress.
yeah, like together. No, they are in the marriage, but they
Yeah,
have
so that's not the
contributed.
man's progress.
No, maybe not, like, because the person could
That's
have contributed, could have decided not to contribute, but their marriage will work anyway. But they want to push.
how do you know?
It's possible. You don't have to give the man finances or support in finances outside marriage.
Contributing is not only tied to finances.
No, so
is it?
this, I'm talking about finances. So they have pushed their monies towards the man, or maybe supports
towards
the man to
why
buy. So I know of a lady who even supported,
okay,
went to take a loan for the husband
okay,
to buy a car.
okay.
And not long after, the man was chasing another woman and they split. And
Okay.
this woman kept paying for the loan, because the loan was, the man wasn't willing to return the car
Okay.
to her. So she
Okay.
was suffering for somebody.
Okay.
So she has she didn't need to take a loan for the man.
She needed to.
She didn't need to.
She needed to. Why did she? So why would?
But the man was working. The man was working.
Yes, and she the man needed support, and she.
Yeah, I'm saying she didn't need to. The man could have gone to.
She needed to
themselves.
How do you say you married to someone and you look at the person's struggle where you can?
No, the person wasn't struggling. The person could have, but out of love, oh, let me support you.
Okay, so she wasn't even forced. That even makes the case like easy to throw out.
And then
no one
at the end of the day, I've invested in my spouse.
Okay.
So when they are separating, at least the wise thing the man should have done was to maybe take over the loan payments or give the woman the car back to settle.
And the woman would also give anything the man has contributed to her life.
No, the man had not really contributed. The man was stingy.
What kind of story is this?
Stingy.
This is Kwekwanan's story.
It's not Kwekwanan's story. It's someone I know personally.
This is okay. Go ahead.
So
story.
This woman struggled to pay off this loan, and at the end of the day, you tell me that if the woman had plans, seeing what was happening, the woman shouldn't go and do something by herself.
Okay, now bring that back. Should that man also hope that the woman will die early so he can inherit the woman's property?
I don't think the woman is even interested in anything that happens to the man afterwards.
No, you didn't answer my question. Is the man also justified that this is someone I've been with? You know, when you go to the law court and people are divorcing, right? The reason why they would say that you need to split the property and all, because the assumption is that whilst you were married, the person was contributing to whatever you were doing. It could be that yes, that the person didn't contribute anything, but that's the assumption, and that's the premise on which they say that okay, you need to split, right? Is the man justified to think that okay, I also helped this woman in life, maybe grow one more strand of hair that helped her to buy that new property. Is the husband justified to also wish that
Yes,
the
yes.
woman dies early so
No,
that
not to die early,
that
but
one?
if they live together whilst the property was made, it is expected that they split that property,
Right.
irrespective of whether it is the man's money alone or the woman's money alone. So I think that is why most of the women do the property even without making their spouses know, especially for those who feel that the man has gone for another woman, so that in case there's anything happening, they don't know that there is something that I have, because already I am the one struggling to get my thing by myself. And I think some men also do that. They also get property and not let their wives know, and because they also want to avoid that thing. So people even die,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the banks keep their properties,
Yeah.
their money,
Yeah.
because nobody in the family or not even their spouses know that they had these properties.
I have a very simple question. Would you rather have a bank keep your property or your supposedly stubborn or bad spouse?
Some people don't mind, depending on how bad the situation is. They would rather give their properties to charity. Yes, some people don't mind.
Okay, at this point, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, because they
So
know that this man I'm leaving the property for would is I'm living with the person right now, and the person is even wasteful.
no, but all the men that leave property for women, is it because the women are that good or
No,
something?
some of them don't even. Some of the men
Yeah,
do not even intend to leave the property for the men, but
for the
maybe
women.
for the women. But by some chance, they find out that the man has a wife or something. This a property, so it goes to them. But may ask them, go and
Yes,
do a survey.
exactly.
You would notice that there are some men, or maybe a lot of men, who are not even interested in passing on their properties to their wife.
Yes, so if the man is not willing to pass on the property to the wife, but ends up doing that just because that's what maybe society expects
Or
or
the
the
court
law, yes,
system.
expects, blah, blah, blah. Why would the woman be so wicked and say the bank should rather keep?
No, I'm saying that some men also think that that the bank would rather take it. That is why they don't even disclose to their spouses that I have this property here and here and here.
Okay, now let's come back to the original topic, right? If the in the situation where the women and ladies and gentlemen, please help me out on this. Prissy might not necessarily agree that that's the reality, okay? But please, you can let us know either in the chat so that no one sees it, or something, or send a message to me personally. Really confirming these facts that most times women, when they get married, expect their husband, like it's an unspoken truth, like they don't voice it out, but they really expect that their husbands will die first.
Oh no, I think it's in your head.
Again, I've told you
I
that
think it's in
I
your
have
head.
a good enough sample space to confirm this
Maybe the
assessment.
sample space you are having is more like biased or towards a certain. Maybe they
You
all have a
no,
way of thinking
you confirmed for me. You actually confirmed it today. Maybe you didn't notice.
that what.
You said you wouldn't necessarily want to die first. If you are in
I'm saying that nobody wants to die
excuse me,
first.
excuse me. If you are in a class with just two students, and one student says that I don't want to
No,
be.
I don't want to. I don't want you
Hold
to
on,
die.
hold
It
on,
doesn't
hold on,
mean that
hold on, hold on,
I want
hold
you to
on.
die
Hold on, let me
first.
finish up. Let me
Maybe I want us to go,
let
both
me
go together.
let me finish up. If you are in a class, two students, only two students, and one student says that she doesn't want to be last, it
Mhm.
means she wants to be first.
No, we can have a time.
hold on,
We can both be
hold
first.
on.
So,
It means
It's either first,
oh
last, or a tie.
no.
So you should
If
conclude.
she's saying she doesn't want to be last, it means she wants to be first.
No,
Because hold on, let me finish. It's either first or last.
no.
Two options.
There could be a tie.
And hold on.
Haven't you heard of couples dying on the same day before?
Mostly through plane crashes. Okay.
And so it's also an option.
Hold on. No couple want to have a plane crash. Okay. So what it implies is that if Prissy says she doesn't want to die first, it's clear.
I just got on social media and I saw a lady that had lost her husband and
Okay.
they were like a funeral procession
Yeah.
behind her, and she was so like very sad. And in my mind, I'm like, no, I don't want to be this woman, like losing a partner that you stayed with for a long time.
Okay.
That is what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to like live
Yeah.
without my partner.
Correct. But you also said you don't want to be the one dying first.
No, I'm telling you that nobody wants to say that, okay, when they say there's death coming, and then they say coming, who wants to be first? No one will say, I want to be first.
So you won't take a bullet for your husband. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so for these past few weeks on the month,
you told me you never take a bullet for me. I want to take a.
For these past few weeks, I'm really having very nice revelations.
No. It's not like you've never told me you were never going to take a bullet for me. The last time you told me that no, you are not going to do it for me. So I thought I would, but after you said that to me, I'm rethinking.
Now, Prissy said something that doesn't exist, right? So
I am thinking about it. Should I take it, or I'm still thinking about it?
Okay, so Kobe says that however bad the situation, I would rather have my wife take the property than having the bank skip it. Exactly. Kobe, I was thinking that as well, but hey, surprise, surprise. Prissy says that
not everybody thinks like Kobe.
I understand.
There are men who also think like I was saying, they'd rather have, because they probably are having issues. But I think that most of the time the wickedness comes from the men.
Now see where the whole
wickedness comes from the men. So
rechanneling
the woman wants to retaliate.
Rechanneling the whole thing, making
no. When it comes, I think the devil is a man. The devil can never be a woman.
Do you know this very thing you've said, right? A lot of people will not agree with you, right? Because women sometimes might not be wicked, but if a woman wants to be wicked, it goes beyond the devil's threshold. So
it's not commonplace for a woman to be wicked.
Yes, but the level of wickedness they can think about even surprises the devil. So the devil goes like, really? Are you like now the senior devil or something? So
it is more common for the men to be wicked. So for the men, please don't be wicked towards your women, like he said, because the women, when somebody loves you extremely, and you do something bad to the person, when they start hating you,
yes,
it becomes
also extreme.
And we usually, like, when they are loving,
yes,
they love with everything,
correct,
everything within them. So
exactly,
you should be careful.
That's why the woman is closer to the devil than the man. Lucifer was a sweet person until he fell, and then he became so bad. So you actually confirmed, women, their level of wickedness is out of this world. Yeah. Okay, so again, I will not forget this. Today as well, Prissy has revealed that she can't take a.
No, I said I'm thinking about it.
I'm
still thinking about it.
I don't know how you can be in love with someone for the past 20 years, and the person would have to think about whether she would take a bullet.
Yeah, you said this the last time, so I'm like, I have to reprocess my thoughts. I was going to take a bullet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I never said that. I never, and there's no video recording for it. At least for this one,
I have received.
For this one,
I have
You
receipts.
have it right here. So Stephen is saying that just try and ask that you are selling all property, and I'm sure the reply will be, yeah, where will me and my children stay when you are no more? Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you. And that is exactly it. In
Selling property.
yes. So for example,
Me.
no. For example, the man says that, hey, let's sell all our property. Then what Stephen is saying, that you would hear the woman say, but when you are no more, where should
For me
myself
personally, I don't know, maybe because of how I grew up, I feel like life
Mhm.
life is more important than property. So if I have life,
Okay.
even if my husband decides to sell everything and
Okay.
them out and whatever, if I have life,
Okay.
I will be able to make my own property. So for me,
Ladies and
I don't care.
this is a political answer.
I don't
If you
care.
can't take a bullet for someone, you can say this is political. Forget about all that. She didn't mean it. It's
I am still thinking about why is it always a yes and a no answer?
I wouldn't if think about it. Think about
Is
it.
it always a yes?
Think-
I asked you this question
Think
before, like
think about it. I told you I'm not
one on one.
I'm not a rapper. It's for 20 years. For 20 years, someone has been your love bed, your life, your sugar in your tea, everything. And the person has to think about whether she can take a bullet for you.
Mhm.
You need to really think about your life again. You need to really
I hope you were thinking about that when you were saying you told me no.
you will need to really reconsider your life.
So for women, when we take things from you, we try to process it, and so I am still in the processing stage.
What was this?
Because before
What's
that time,
this
I was ready to even go and look for a fight, and then they'll bring the bullets, and I'll go and stand there and do this. But then when she told me that, I'm like, I have to start processing.
And
I'm still
she's basing
processing.
it on a non-existent premise. I've
It's
never
not-
said
it's
that.
not-
I've
it's
never
not
said that
non-existent.
I'm not going to take a you think that
Maybe when I asked you, you
think-
thought I was joking,
you
but
think
I
I'll
had
really-
seriously asked you.
you think I'll really say I'll not take a bullet from Prissy. But here is
Ivan can say anything. Don't look at the innocent face.
yeah, is
Don't look at the innocent face here.
in front of the whole world saying that she can't take a bullet for me. Now, last week I was sad. This week I'm sad again. So on that sad note, we draw down the curtain on today's episode. See, I don't even know what to say because she can't take a bullet for me. Today's episode of Dear Van. Please, when you are marrying, marry someone who can take a bullet for you. Right?
He wants to split.
Don't marry someone who wishes you will die
Oh
first.
no, that's one.
It's
I don't wish my spouse would.
if someone cannot take a bullet for you, it means the person is not ready to die first. So on that note, we come to the end of this episode of DMI. We'll come to you again next week with yet another episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Go enjoy the rest of your day, and we wish you a nice election. No,
Yeah, there's an election ongoing.
nice election, and
they finished voting, right?
yeah, it's what it's about 7. It's past 7 or something. Yeah, so
win.
I was going to say, is there anything like all of them are the same? Bye bye. Talk to you again.
No, but
next
definitely
week.
they will have favorites. So
Talk to you again next week. On that non-political note, we call it a day. And always remember that no two relationships are the same. Thank you. Cheers and bye.
yes, bye.